That laugh over there, that hearty laugh over there, it belongs to none other than Billy Foster, who is the man with Big O. He is, this is the Crown Valley Distillery there in beautiful St. Genevieve. And one of the great things about my relationship with Lohr Wine and Spirits, with Bob Gassoff Jr. and Steve Lohr and Bill Farconis and Scott Smithson and the rest of the gang, is they have introduced me to so many great people and fabulous wines and spirits and everything else, and then also reintroduced me to old friends. Like Billy Foster.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Well, so I go and meet with these guys last week. And, of course, Billy, I don't even know how I wound up you were on TV with me several months ago with the Big O.
Oh, a long time ago.
I don't. Yeah, right. I don't know how that came about, and I don't care. But I'm just saying that we you know, but we had you on, and the Big O is this beautiful, exquisite, delicious, versatile ginger liqueur that is made right here by hand in St. Genevieve. In fact, Billy, you told me yesterday how many gallons of...
We made 1,000 gallons of Big O, so we hand-chopped 270 pounds of fresh ginger. We carried 1.5 tons of sugar, and I mean, it's a huge operation, but we have so much fun.
How do you not smell like ginger when you walk in here?
Well, I do.
Maybe you do, actually.
I've got ginger everywhere. Well, I have to shower. But, you know, when we're cutting the ginger, the distillery just... People come out of the woodwork because it smells so good and so fresh. And then we start making the liqueur. And it's not just ginger. It's some other spices and things, a little citrus, and then a brown turbinado sugar. And you just... The distillery, people start coming out of the woodwork because it smells so good.
Yeah.
And they just...
Yeah. And man, it is delicious. And when I say versatility is the key, because you could drink it basically over ice, or you mix it, and we could talk about that now. Because and I did tell my story last week about cooking with it.
Yeah.
And I decided that I was going to make, I made, and I'll be brief with this because I want to talk about drinking it, not necessarily cooking with it, but I'm just telling you the versatility of it is I had a bottle sitting there on my counter, and I put some steel cut oats, I put some cumin in there, some garlic in there, just zapped it in the microwave quickly. Had my white anchovies.
Oh, you're killing me.
Spanish white anchovies, baby.
You're killing me.
Cut tomato, nice little cut, fresh, beautiful red tomato, pumpkin seeds ready to rock, and then what I did was I like to eat okra, so I had that frozen in the freezer. Took a handful of okra, threw it in a bowl, poured a little bit of the Big O in there. Didn't take the neck off it, just poured a little bit in there, and then microwave that. And then by the time all of said and done, once I just popped the okra on top of everything, threw the pumpkin seeds on there, laced it with the anchovies and the steel cuts, and it was absolutely delicious. I could taste the ginger because it went perfectly with the fish. I mean, come on, man.
I didn't know you were a gourmet.
I really am not. I just was like, it was just something I don't know what got into me, but it must have been the Big O.
Well, there you go. Nothing better. And I cook with it too. I love cooking with it. Of course, I drink it mostly.
Yeah.
But it's so versatile. It will blend with everything. We use it in stir fries. We glaze vegetables and carrots. We put it in soups. The best apple pie in the world.
Really?
Is made with Big O. Oh my gosh! It's just. In fact, I have friends now that will not eat apple pie unless it doesn't have Big O in it.
Wow.
That's a great, simple recipe.
Now, look at the bottle, though, folks, and you could see through it, first of all, okay? So this is not a liqueur that is going to weigh you down. I mean, this is a nice, delicate liqueur that is why it's so easily mixable, like you point out, with a bourbon or a whiskey or even a gin.
A gin. Yeah, I know you love gin, Jamie.
I do, but now the Lohr guys have got me hooked up with whiskey. Like, I need another drink.
Yeah, I know.
But, Lord.
Well, you know, Big O with bourbon, just 50-50, and it's so simple. Just, splash, orange zest over the top. You've got the best Manhattan. an old-fashioned going.
Oh, yeah.
It's just incredible. We were just drinking those at the distillery yesterday. It's incredible. But and with anything, just splash, and it will take any cocktail. I was at tasting the other day, and a friend she's a professor. She hails from Mexico, and her husband was there buying Big O. And I said, "What? That's nice." Because we'd given them a bottle before, and he said, "Yes, my wife sent me in for this. We won't drink margaritas anymore if it doesn't have Big O in it."
Yeah, see, and a margarita, Denise, because I know you dig those.
Yeah.
Now, also, Pippi, were you the one that brought up the mules?
The Moscow
mules. And so, let me ask you this though. I think I remember. I don't remember the answer. So, where did the name come from, there, Billy Foster?
You do that to me every time.
I know.
Luckily, I have earphones on, so you don't see my red ears. It's Kathy's idea, and she says it's all natural and a lot of fun.
Well, I'm telling you, you're right. And plus, by the way, the bottle is just the bottle is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And now, a great story that Billy told me when we were at Laura last week, and that is that he has, there's always somebody who wants to fiddle with what you do naturally down there in St. Genevieve at the Crown Valley Distillery. And these guys tried to come in and sell you on this idea of artificially coloring the Big O. And you're like, no. Because it has to be consistent. And you're like, no.
Well, this was actually at our first distillery. We're with Crown Valley now, but at the other distillery, and one of the reasons we left was because, they wanted to fiddle with it. We want absolutely all natural. So we use fresh ginger, whole spices, just like you pull off your shelf at home, citrus zest that's organic, and we use pure cane sugar, everything. And the distiller said, well, on your recipe, we ought to put glycerin just in case you want to use it to give it a little bit of good mouth feel. And then if you want to make sure the color is exactly the right way every time, you need to have some of the caramel coloring on your formula. Yeah. And we said, no, don't do that. We're not going to put that stuff in there. But he put it on our formula going to the federal government anyway. So we got it back, and it said caramel coloring, and which, of course, then you have to put that on the label. And we said, no. So it took us another 6 months to get out because we had to redo the whole formula and put it through. But, I can be patient for quality. And consistency, and that's what we do. A lot of bartenders say they are amazed at how consistent and how good and versatile the product is, and a lot of it is the fact that we make it ourselves and do it exactly the same way each time, and it's an exacting process.
Yeah, and keep in mind also, you heard Billy say cane sugar, so this is not they're just dumping a bunch of refined sugar in there. And that's an important consideration too, because for those of us who are more health conscious, and cane sugar, it's sugar, but it's not sugar.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the same. And then we use the turbinado, the brown sugar that has a little bit of molasses in the background, and so you get a little bit of that going on in the flavor. And of course, that has a little bit of sulfur. It's good for your body. In other ways, of course, we try not to drink too much sugar. This actually, Big O has about a third less sugar than most liqueurs, because Kathy, whom I call the arbiter of good taste, she's my wife, she wanted it not as sweet, as cloyingly sweet as some, or as hot. It doesn't bite you like ginger frequently does. Right. And it doesn't burn your nose with a lot of alcohol either.
Well, Billy, let me see you shake with the Big O.
I have a cocktail here. Oh my gosh. I used to just drink wine and beer. Now I'm a cocktail guy.
What is that?
It's similar to the Bee's Knees. It is Big O. Broker's Gin.
Oh, nice.
I know you love Broker's.
I got some of that.
That's the perfect one to bring in this morning, didn't you?
Well,
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we love Broker's, and the folks there are great.
Yeah. Another state favorite, Broker's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we do joint promotions with them as well. And then freshly squeezed lemon juice.
Nice.
It's like an art I'm watching over here.
Oh, yeah. It looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, are you going to try this?
Wow, yeah.
We'll pass that around.
I'm going to get a picture first, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I should I'll tweet out the food I made, and then we should tweet out this too. Let me just.
Oh, yeah. Now, this
smells great.
This is a fresh
beautiful
cocktail.
Yeah, see? That is great. That is something. Here.
I love drinking.
Here we go. Yes, indeed. I think back in the old days, they said you couldn't drink on the air. That's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah, you're not running the board.
Changed?
That's really good, Billy.
Oh, thank you.
That's beautiful.
There's nothing better than fresh juice and good ginger liqueur and, of course, a great gin. Of course, a great whiskey, a great rum, a great rye. Just about anything you want.
Well, what's great is the ginger, after you've had it, you take a sip, and then the ginger kind of rolls up in a bus in your mouth. Yeah, it's fantastic.
And then it warms you just a little bit around the chest and the. Oh yeah, it is so much fun to drink. It's so much fun to make. We've been making this for 15 years. It really was just a gift for family and friends. Kathy said you need to make a ginger liqueur because clearly I couldn't make limoncello. Which I tried twice and it was horrible.
Yeah.
But she said make a ginger liqueur. And so a year and a half later, I came up with a recipe she'd let us serve to the family and friends. And it's exactly the same recipe, same thing we do.
I got to start drinking in the morning. That's what I mean. That's just ridiculous. What I've been missing all this time. It's like
well, it's a great. When I was walking in Spain years ago, we would go into a coffee shop in the morning, and we would say, we would see these guys taking a shot of whiskey, and then they drink their coffee, and I thought. That's a grand idea. It takes the edge off the morning, warms you up.
Right, exactly.
Ready to go.
All right, folks. It's called the Big O, and Schnucks and Dierbergs has it. Wine and Cheese Place has it. Straub's has it. Lucas Wine and Spirits has it. My buddy Bud Starr over there at Starr's Liquor has it. I know that for a fact. Randall's, Total Wines. I mean, you name it. And Billy, what's the website then? I don't have that in front of me.
It's www.drinkthebigo.com. And on the website are probably 150 different cocktail and cooking recipes that are easy to find in a searchable database.
Love it. DrinkTheBigO.com. and folks, again, and it's just test it out yourself and just know that just keep some on your shelf. And if your local watering hole doesn't have it, then tell them they need it. Because that's the bottom line. Because it's right now it's at all the great bars out there, but well, most of them at least. But if you have a particular place you go to and they don't have it, then you need to make sure they get a hold of Billy.
We'll appreciate it. We're a little bitty family business.
Love you, man. Thank you so much. It's Billy Foster with the Big O.